What's up guys, you're watching India Today Tech. I'm Rahul Sethi, and in this video I'm going to unbox the Nokia 7.1. It has been announced in India. You can see the price in the description box below, and if you take a look at the back side, you'll see the specs are mentioned. At the rear, the phone has a 12 megapixel primary camera and a 5 megapixel secondary camera for depth sensing, and at front it has an 8 megapixel wide angle camera. The phone runs Qualcomm Snapdragon 636, similar to the Nokia 6.1. So let's quickly unbox the smartphone and find out how it looks like. The Nokia 7.1 was first launched in Europe and has now finally made it to India. The phone has great build quality. You'll see it has a metal frame and a glass back and has a very classic appeal. Anyways, we'll take a look at the phone in detail, but first let's quickly pull out the box contents on the smartphone. First up, you have a SIM ejector tool, then there is a Nokia mobile care support app information, then there is a quick start guide that tells you how to set up the smartphone, and product safety information. If you take a look at the SAR value of the phone, it is 0.312 watt per kg. In the second box, you get a charger that is quite big and has an 18 watt output rating, similar to the 8.1, and hence supports fast charging. Next, the earphones bundled with the device are quite basic ones that you get with budget Android smartphones. An inline microphone that comes without a button. Type-C USB cable paired with the phone has good quality again, but is not very long. Now let's take a look at the Nokia 7.1 Plus. We have the blue color variant of the device, and if you go around, you'll see that it has a primary microphone at the bottom with USB Type-C port and speakers, and at the top you get the secondary microphone and a 3.5mm headphone jack. At the back, you'll see cameras are jutting out of the body and you get Zeiss optics on them. The SIM tray is also similar to that of the 8.1. You get a hybrid one which allows you to either add 2 SIM cards or expand storage alongside SIM 1. Now, styling is very similar to the recent Nokia smartphones. You get glass back, you get a metal frame that has finely chiseled edges, and you'll see white accents on blue color, and it looks quite amazing. The buttons are also very tactile, and in fact are more tactile than what we have seen on Nokia 6.1. They're also made out of metal. At the front, you'll see there is a notch, and the notch is smaller. The earpiece is smaller and is put between the camera and the ambient light and proximity sensors. The chin is also thicker in comparison. Now the 7.1 runs Android 8.1 out of the box, and if you take a look at the app launch, it's quite fast, and that is customary because we have seen Snapdragon 636 working on a Nokia smartphone, that is the Nokia 6.1 Plus, and there was no performance issues. So it's safe to say that the performance on this device is going to be pretty smooth, and thanks to the stock Android interface under the Android One project, you will also eventually get the Android 9 Pie and the next Android update as and when it arrives. So compared to the Nokia 6.1 Plus, the fingerprint scanner position on the 7.1 is slightly better. It's not very far from a resting position of the finger, and if you take a look at the speed, it's also pretty fine, though it's not very fast, but it's not slow either. There's a slight lag for the display to appear just after I keep my finger, but it still works pretty smoothly. The display on Nokia 7.1, it's a full HD panel, and it's also HDR10 compliant, so you'll see it has amazing color reproduction. It's a pure display, which is Nokia's proprietary display technology, and see the color reproduction is amazing on this one. Despite having a very bright and vivid color palette, you'll see it maintains color accuracy, which is the best part about the PureView display. Also, you'll see the brightness levels are not very great. They are good for indoor viewing. I'm running the display on full brightness, so it may not be very competent in outdoor conditions when the sun is shining very bright, but otherwise the color quality and the overall image quality on the display is very amazing. Now if you take a look at the camera quality on the Nokia 7.1, you'll see the selfies taken by the phone are slightly sharper. You'll see the color production is pretty neat, and more than that, you'll see the details don't break when you zoom in, and the skin tones and the color quality overall is pretty decent. The dynamic range again is not very amazing, but for an 8 megapixel camera, I would say it does a great job. Also, if you take a look at the rear camera photos, they come out to be sharp and clean and have good color reproduction, and the details are also pretty amazing. But the better part is, thanks to the HDR display, the phone has a very vivid reproduction of the photos. I mean, as you would see them on the computer, they appear much more vivid here on the phone's display. Here are some more shots we took from the Nokia 7.1. Now overall, I would say the Nokia 7.1 is a pretty nice phone for its price, thanks to good front and rear cameras, great display quality, the build quality and looks of the phone are also very amazing, and to top it off, it has the stock Android interface running inside, which is pretty smooth and won't create any troubles in your daily usage. What remains is the performance, and that we have seen on the Nokia 6.1 Plus. It's pretty decent for a mid-budget smartphone. Of course, it could have been better if Nokia used a better chipset, and let me know what you feel about that in the comment section below. Stay tuned, subscribe to our channel, and thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button. Have a great day.